Right now, though, schools across the country are saying no thanks to healthier lunch menus mandated by the federal government. Last year, the Department of Agriculture released new guidelines for school lunches that include smaller portion sizes and an emphasis on whole grains, fruits and vegetables. But schools say that many students simply refused to eat the new items and their cafeterias began losing money. The USDA says they don't yet have an exact number of schools that have dropped out of the program. So is this the right move by school districts? The lunch program is our front page topic this hour, and we invite you to join in, weigh in on our Facebook page. Joining us with me in the newsroom right now, we have our legal analyst, Chris Tritico, news analyst, Mustafa Tamiz, and public policy analyst, Jackie Bally. Good to see y'all.
Hey, good morning.
So I don't know of any schools in our area that have dropped out of this. I did read one in North Texas had. What do you guys think of their ability to drop out?
Well, let me just start, Sally, I got to start with this. Sam Houston State, where I went to school, won 74-0 yesterday against Houston Baptist. I'm going to wear this orange tie every time Sam Houston wins this season. So.
Well, I think it was just cruel that they killed him by that many points, but let's get to lunch.
So, the issue is, and really what we have to talk about here is the profit margin that school districts make on their lunch program more important than the nutrition for the children, Jackie Bally, and that's really where the schools are coming from. The kids don't like the nutritious food, so let's don't sell them that anymore. Let's sell them junk where we can make a profit. Is that right?
Well, they need to watch their budget just like everybody else, every other entity. And I think the really sad issue is, a lot of the bloggers and reporters are saying that some of these kids didn't even know what some of the fruits and vegetables offered. They didn't even know what that was. So I think the parents of those kids need to take a certain responsibility. I mean, your nutritional values and what you think as far as what a person should be eating, that is going to be determined mostly at home. School districts and certain schools can help, but if they're losing money as a result, the kids aren't using it, and now they're going across the street to buy junk food, then yes, they need to cut back, and I think the parents need to take a responsibility and try to get some kind of nutritional values in their kids.
No question, it's a parenting issue, but this is an education moment for the school districts, isn't it? I mean, we're going to put profit over the nutrition, what we're doing for these kids. That's not right, is it?
Well, last time I heard, the public school system wasn't out there to make a profit. The public school system was supposed to educate our kids and create an environment in which they will do well. And nutrition has a lot to do with how you learn, especially at a younger age. So if you provide nutritious food, you hope that you change the cultural context and the kids begin to appreciate it and like it. And we should be thinking about how to make nutrition food better, rather than saying, let's just find stuff that they will buy. So let's give them more candy because they'll buy it.
And a few years ago, the Texas legislature, Jackie Bally, passed a law really requiring more nutritious lunches being sold by the school districts. Now, it wasn't as rigid as the program we have now.
Yes.
This year, the Texas legislature passed a law, Governor Perry signed it, banning us from following that law. In other words, setting up yet another confrontation with the federal government.
Yeah, and let me first touch on what Mustafa just said. We're not saying that they really need to make a profit, but we are saying that they need to watch their budget, and they do need to make sure that they have at least enough money to provide for the resources for their teachers and their students. Getting back to your question, again,
well, hang on,
the reason why
do budgetary concerns override the nutrition that we're giving our students, knowing that some of them, that may be the biggest meal they get all day long?
But I think that's a fine line that each administration is going to have to make.
Okay.
If they feel that they're losing so many thousands of dollars and they feel that the kids aren't even using the meals in the first place, then yes, they have to make that decision. And to get back to your question about the legislature, again, it's the same thing. They were talking about banning sugary drinks, sugary substances. And again, it's up to the parents to really take hold of their own children. They need to take the responsibility. We have 1 out of 5 kids that are obese these days, and a lot of it is because they're always on their phones. They're always in front of the computers.
Not getting any exercise.
And
we quit doing that a long time ago in schools. Let's toss to Sally right now. She's monitoring the Facebook and Twitter accounts.
Yeah, we're taking a look at our social media today. Some folks chiming in on this. Terry says, forget about the money, worry about the health of our children. Chelsea says, my son is in 2nd grade. He loves the salad bar. My husband and I have always had healthy choices for our children. It does start at home. So they're really echoing what all of you are saying.
Yeah, and there's no question about that, Mustafa, that we have a duty as parents to teach our children how to eat right. But, when you have as many children on free and reduced lunches as we have in the Houston area, a lot of them, the best meal they're getting all day long is at school, and that's why I think that's a very important program.
Well, I mean, I agree. I have 3 kids, and I have the responsibility of feeding them, making sure that they're eating the right type of things, that they're doing their homework, all of those things. But also as a community, we have certain responsibilities. If we know child obesity is probably one of our #1 issue, and malnutrition affects kids and how they learn if they're not getting the right supplements, then as a community we have a responsibility, and the school district is part of our community, and they should lead the effort of providing healthy food, not looking for alternative ways that they can increase their bottom line.
And we're going to have to leave it right there. Sally, we'll be back in a few minutes talking about another really good topic, and I don't remember which one it is.
All right. Well, we look forward to that. I think we're talking about the jobs picture in
go.
Houston on our next segment, so I know a lot of people will want to tune in for that. Thanks.